All right, here we go. We're going to get into winners finals here. Oh, that's mine. Matt.
All right, here we go. Winners finals after a very long day in Athens. And who better than the 1 and the 2 seed themselves?
And Kola is opting for the Cloud. Definitely a better matchup for Steve. We'll see. It's definitely not a given for Cloud. It's one of the better matchups into Steve. One of the only matchups that Steve players tend to agree that they generally lose. But a losing matchup for Steve is it really a losing matchup?
I mean, I must be honest. I haven't gotten to watch a lot of Kola VODs. I haven't seen what this Cloud looks like. But if obviously his ranking is anything to go off of, I'm expecting it to be a tough matchup for DDee.
One of the best in the world at the character. That is for sure. And sometimes that means forward airing 4 times in a row to get rid of those blocks.
Well, regardless, DDee, I want, as an Athens native technically here in this competition, I want to root for him. But it is a tough road to upset somebody like Kola. I mean, again, somebody who's signed as well, and it's only winners finals.
By Shopify Rebellion, formerly known as Moist.
Yep. I mean, I have a jersey too. Like, how can you not love what they're doing over there?
Oh, that's not going to do it. Yeah, regrab there. I don't know if that's what DDee meant to do. I can't imagine it was, because there was nothing you really stood to gain from doing that, but there we go. Yeah, so hard to get out of the corner. That's the tough part. One of the tough parts about this matchup is that Cloud is actually able to hold Steve in the corner. That big sword just going to get rid of the blocks immediately. It's really the forward air and the back air that make this a losing matchup for Steve.
I mean, one of the staples of playing Steve, but also a staple of what we've seen from DDee's gameplay is how well he can space with the blocks, how well he can space and get those upgrades. But you can see at every living or dying moment, a crafting table goes down, an immediate push happens, blocks go down, an immediate push happens. And this level of suffocation is something that very few players in the world can do, and that's what Kola showcases.
Oh, DDee I think he tried to parry that, but Kola waited just a split second longer than DDee expected.
Split seconds may be an understatement of the margins between players of, especially, I know I keep saying
split second. Yes.
I keep saying of this skill level, but it is truly by milliseconds.
I can barely recognize these things, and I'm watching.
And you actually play the game,
right?
Well,
and that's not me. That's not a failure on my end. That's not me not knowing what's going on. That's the fact that everything is happening so fast, and always does in this game.
Up throw will finally take away Kola's very first stock. It is a best of 5 as well. Just like how I think everything is grands. Remind me, a best of 5, best of 7?
All best of 5.
Okay, so we are a best of 5 for the rest of the time. And so there's a lot of learning that can be done from DDee as well. I mean, you really just need one good day, one good set against a player like this, or one bad set from them, and things could change, and you probably will see him multiple times. So what can you learn game to game? How can you adjust? How can you potentially bring this stock back from 143%?
Now you start by getting out of this corner. Oy!
Oh my.
And that he does. He gets back. All right.
The limit is charged though, and that 143% is dangerous, but the limit is immediately used and won't land. Nice little side throw as well.
Now here's the thing. DDee is just trying to do what he can and scrap without using this diamond, because he is aware that the next hit means he'll lose it, so he doesn't want to waste this diamond. That's why he's hanging on to it. So as his tools break, you will not see him use that tool until the next stock, which will be now.
Has no choice. Crafting table goes down as well, and the immediate spawn protection upgrade will come through, but not before there's 43% done onto the feet of that Enderman. And also the limit's back once again, and Kola now, I would imagine, will save it for a better time since he has this much room to work with, not only a full stock, but not in a super dangerous place as well on his damage amount. I mean, DDee also playing this stock well, but has a long way to go. It is only 55%, does finally get the confirm up to the ceiling, so here we go, DDee. Making things close here after a nice comeback on that second stock. As we'll see some up airs come through and more damage, little bits of damage come through, but Kola really makes those little small pieces count over time.
That's a great jab. But here we go. That's 40, that's 50, that's 66%. Are we serious?
It's doable, and you gotta
and
believe.
Just like that.
Oh.
Just like that, we've got a dead even game. Up smash, is that it? That's game 1.
Okay, and you can hear Athens getting hyped. That's their very own DDee making his way into a game 1 win.
Number 1 on Athens PR right there. For a reason. Probably for the foreseeable future.
I mean, shoot, he is the future. That's the kid right there.
Amen. Formerly a top 50 ranked player, I believe. Definitely, I think he was like top 20 in NA back when they did the split rankings.
I mean, showcasing flashes of that skill level I mean, yes, he isn't the very first seed because of somebody like Kola, but again, that's how close this top 8 has been. Almost every matchup has been so close. We've only seen one sweep in the entire top 8, both winners and losers. And I would expect if these two get the chance to play again, or even whoever has to try and survive losers will still struggle just to even get to the grand final. You would love to win this matchup and get a nice break.
You've got a couple demons down there waiting in losers semis.
Even demons might be a nice word to use. A bunch of gremlins down there, just waiting to capitalize off of every living mistake. But these two players very familiar with consistency in a game like Smash Bros. And that's something that's so hard to do with just how narrow the margins are of the timing of every move and the mechanical and brain waves that you have to be on. You have to learn just to succeed at this level. And DDee, somebody who has been very hot this season. Again, he's #1 in Athens for a reason. He's our main representative here, and Kola, a player who doesn't need any introduction, and he's shown cases.
He's Kola.
He showcases that every time he touches the. I guess in this stage, it's Pokemon Stadium.
If you're in this chat and you're not from Georgia, you probably click because you saw Kola's name in the title. So you're right. No introduction needed.
But he isn't doing pure dominance right now. I mean, obviously he does lose that first game, but even right here, it's still in favor of Kola. But as we've mentioned time and time again, nothing is safe here in Athens. I mean, name pending gives us crazy results as is outside of DDee.
Oh, that forward tilt, yep.
And now DAWGHACK's got us poised to have some great content.
And DDee, going to DI away from that climb hazard, doesn't get it by the full thing. But now, I mean, it's 79%, and this is so tough because Kola is just able to break these blocks immediately as DDee places them. And DDee's struggling to stay away for long enough to actually get any materials.
It's what he can do against everybody but Kola, is get the materials, get the spacing, and play his game. But now...
Yep. No impact land right there.
I was going to say Kola's making DDee play to his pace, and then as I say that, he finds the confirm. So once again, very close. We could still see another mid-game comeback at the hands of DDee, but I'm sure Kola is looking to be much more consistent, not only in this round, but to clinch his ticket to Grands as well.
It goes low there with the Elytra. Now here's the thing, I mean, much like we saw with Luigi, one opening can do so much damage. We already saw that in the last game of this set. As long as DDee hangs onto this stock, it's not that bad, but oh man! And now Kola has that limit. The test of this matchup is how long can Cloud stay patient, stay perfect. Because in theory it's tough, but the second you make that mistake and you give Steve a chance. But so far Cola's been pretty good about not allowing many, if any, chances.
Absolutely no damage on this second stock for Kola. And now we're starting to see the train move in his favor. And he's the conductor. He's got full control of the pace here and still has yet to take any damage. He may take 2 stocks in a row here without a single hit from a player like DDee. And as I say that, finally we see some slow signs of life. Side B comes out, but the limit just forced him into an awkward spot now. And DDee has to be careful, goes for...
Waits for the get-up attack and just forward tilts it on the reaction.
I mean, I respect it, but the short arms of the Enderman can only go so far, and Kola will punish.
And that he will. So we're tied up at 1-1. I mean, is it any surprise? Did we expect anything different?
I was honestly surprised that Kola didn't take the first map, or first game.
And if Kola did take the first game, I wouldn't have been surprised to see DDee take the second. I mean, these are two of the best to do it. Out there, period.
I mean, this matchup... Again, we plan on seeing it again. Also, Pokemon Trainer from DDee, which I have not seen a lot of, but I do know based on the results I've seen that he's just as good with his character.
Here comes some forward tilts. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see the swap. Kola seemed like he really figured out that matchup in that game. And when the person who wins the matchup figures out the matchup, that's when you get character swaps. But DDee, this is the original main before Steve. Has been able to do some serious damage just over the years.
What can he do, though? I mean, getting one game with Steve will probably do a decent amount of damage in the long run, because if Kola had that matchup figured out, which I really feel like he did in both the first 2 games, then maybe DDee got away with one there, getting that very first game.
Yeah, especially with that big comeback on the last stock of that first game, but a good tech roll. But look at this pressure from Kola, and DDee was trying to dash off the platform. So not perfect DI there. And despite the big initial run from DDee, there's no jump from Kola, so he's going to have to... Oh, no, there is. I thought I saw it.
I mean, Kola uses that limit, won't do too much, especially being on high percent. I mean, it's not a huge concern if you don't find it. You just need to find any damage that you can. But there's a lot of this limit being charged because of how well off stage that Kola is able to force. That down air will come through, won't do too much damage on obviously a very heavy Charizard pick from the Pokemon trainer. That up air, or up smash, sorry, that will hit.
That's so good because it catches that spot dodge. If you are anywhere in that zip code while the move is happening, you are in trouble.
Arena is slowly getting just a little antsy. I don't know if they're talking about this matchup or not.
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are. Redemption bracket is going on. Who knows how those
Many
games
things
are
to be
going.
talking about in this building right now.
I mean, the Artist Alley is also doing sales right now.
What happened? I looked away for 2 seconds.
All right. Well, you know what? DDee could just mess around and find the lead once again in this series. I didn't see what happened either.
That is Cloud's biggest weakness, though, is that sometimes the recovery does just get exploited. And oh man, here comes DDee. Whoa.
Man, you could say it just as many times about Here Comes DDee as you could say it about Kola. They really do trade interactions.
They're just taking turns throwing haymakers right now.
It's just a matter
Down
of...
throw. Do you get the vibe
Oh, he's not dead yet, though.
Oh, man.
Still a stock advantage. Limit is in the hands, though, of the Cloud, so we're not done just yet, as that's dangerous, but respectable from DDee, who tried to find that down air, and it won't be found. And now the offstage pressure is very dangerous, but, I mean, that vine all the way from the Bulbasaur is just too easy to recover with at times.
That almost does it.
I can't believe that almost does it. I was about to say, that Charizard pick should have already come out, but a little late.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good thing that he was on Zard there because...
What a switch! My God!
What a switch! How does Kola...
Wow!
He doesn't.
Wow!
He doesn't make it.
Wow!
The Athens crowd is loving it.
Cinema in Athens thus far. What a soul read / millisecond decision from DDee that saves his life and also wins him that game. I mean, we're on the verge of something very special here if DDee can just confirm one more game.
He's stone cold. Look at those player cameras. They're both stone cold. They've been here before. This is not the first time, and it won't be the last. Might not be the last time today.
Again, I really do think this is our grand finals matchup, and I don't know if there's a big question mark on it. I would say it's maybe a medium-sized question mark, but if Kola drops down, I think for sure we see them rematch.
I mean, if Kola gets upset here, he's gonna hit that losers bracket with a vengeance.
Not to mention what could happen if he makes it back to grands.
Also, I'm interested in the switch back to Steve.
You know what? I'm glad.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Kola wanted to go to Pokemon Stadium 2, and it's stage first and then character, so DDee was able to react to that and say, you know what, I'm going back to Steve. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's the proto-Bantam right there.
Well, either way, I mean, Kola looked very confident in this pick from DDee, and so far, that theme does continue. No upgrades are going to come out early here, and that Enderman's already on 100%. That won't kill him yet either, but again, no upgrades. It's just so awkward here. Still on wooden tools.
Drops it TNT. I don't know what that was meant to do, but maybe he's just throwing big flashing moves out there.
Do we get an upgrade? No, not yet.
No, yeah. I mean, this is the scary part about this matchup is you get forced into that corner and then you get stuck there, and you get no time to get away and get your materials because Cloud is able to just rip down the space between you, and sometimes you don't even make it back into the corner to begin with.
I mean, back-to-back is able to knock those moves out. Also does get the immediate upgrade to Stone. Has the Iron in the tank as well, but also a lot of minecarts and anvils have to be used from DDee based on his game plan and his style. And also Kola is really putting in the work here. And again, you do still question this matchup pick specifically on going to the Steve, but I hope it doesn't bite DDee just for that sake. But also Game 5 would be very fitting.
Oh no, forward throw. That's a dangerous angle for Cloud. How do you get back? You air dodge, and then you get back aired.
Still alive, though. Also, I believe the Iron upgrade didn't come through.
Oh, man, what a conversion. Gets through the cross slash. That's not going to do it, but very close.
Again, no Iron upgrade. It's going to be pretty detrimental here in the late game of Cloud's life. And finally,
what a back air, but it is Stone. It is Stone.
Yes, I guess he's saving the upgrade.
Oh, that get-up attack messed up DDee's TNT setup. That was really funny.
He also goes ahead and goes for that gold upgrade. Does have the diamond in the pocket as well, and has a decent amount of room to work. This gold is going to do damage, and DDee needs to find some conversion here to make this series close again because he's at 130%.
Every single aerial. Yeah, that'll do it.
That finally
Every single time Cloud swings that sword, when you're past like 130%, there's a chance you just die.
Well, of all the times for the diamond upgrade to come through, this is it right here. You need to find an early... I respect the confidence from DDee, but it won't land.
Oh, man.
He's going to take a lot of damage for that. He will be punished heavily by Kola, who's trying to make quick work of him here in game number 4. Minecart lands. It's going to make this recovery awkward, but does make it back to the ground. That sword keeps on swinging, though. It's a lot of damage. Limit's there as well. It's going to be very calm and composed in terms of how does Kola decide to use it. Limit's still there. Finally gets used, and it's exactly when he wanted to. It's too easy for him. We're going to 5.
Now, I don't want to say that we're going to see that character swap again, but I think there's a decent chance.
We should.
I think there's a decent chance.
If
now,
anything...
There's a lot to think through with your DDee here. Steve is the best character in the game. You can just stay on seed. It's a losing matchup, but Cloud probably beats Pokemon Trainer 2. If I had to guess, because Cloud, I think, is just a better character.
I mean, and this is the most fun part about this level of play, is that when you're that good at countering with this many characters, who do you go to?
Okay, so Kola switches to Roy because he doesn't want to play... So because he won, he had to lock in his character first. So he said he switches to Roy because he doesn't want to play Cloud PT. And then so DDee is able to counterpick because he lost.
So he's willing to take the Steve pick.
So he's
willing
Steve
to go
Roy.
for it.
Yep.
Oh my, oh my.
Oh man,
okay.
A quick 70.
Wow.
Let me full screen. I forgot to full screen.
Big 70% there to start. It's already going to be right back, though. It could be another 70 in favor of Kola, but not just yet. It might just happen, though, if he can find another play. And as we mentioned it, there we go. So it's 70 for 70, a direct trade from both players here.
Oh man! What a catch. Gets the sour spot up air and then catches that buffered air dodge from DDee.
Game 5, winners final, a guaranteed top 2.
On the line.
Just have to find this game, and so far it's looking rough from DDee, who was playing upset watch again. He is the 2 seed and is playing somebody like Kola, but again, it's possible. You've seen DDee go the distance right here, right now. He could make it happen. How much do you believe in the comeback? How much do you believe in the Athens PR?
Rhetorical question or real question?
Give me both.
Rhetorical answer is nothing. Real answer is I think it's more likely than a lot of people would be willing to accept right now. I believe in Michael. Sorry, DDee. You know, we're cool like that.
No! He's dead as hell, so...
But you know what he has? Oh, Kola pushes him off the crafting table. That was smart.
That's
very
big,
smart.
though. That's big. Now he's going to try and bait out the potential craft, and no building block. That's good, though. That gives him the chance. So now we got 2 stocks to go through if you're DDee here in Game 5. And again, it is winner's final, so not a lot to lose, but you don't want to go to loser's final. There's a lot of uncertainty down there in an event and a whole bracket that's had way too much uncertainty as is. And Kola...
that'd mean you have to beat Kola twice.
Yeah, and
Cola's making the grands.
And Kola's going to work thus far. He wants to see grands. He wants to go home a champion, something that he's gotten used to being, especially here in Georgia PR.
Oh man, that dash attack just going to catch the very edge there. You'd like to get this stock soon if you're DDee. It's not super urgent yet, but it's, you know, it's a little urgent. Oh yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Okay, all right. Wait a second.
Had to take a weird angle to avoid the anvil there.
Again, I have to ask it. Do you believe in what DDee can do?
I think it's more possible than people are willing to accept.
Diamonds break though. Oh no! Doesn't land. Anvil won't do much damage.
That down smash would have been the set.
Oh man!
And there's no pickaxe.
Very awkward for DDee. No pickaxe, and that's just gonna straight up do it.
Kola does win.
Kola makes his way to grands.
Sharing some love there. I mean, I won't be surprised if we see these 2 again. I think that's a pretty common sentiment, and my escape key's not working.
I think we should all band together and get rid of this character. Roy!
Kola's going for a Roy ban.
And the crowd loves it.
Everybody say, I love Kola! I love Kola!
I hope that the mic, I don't think the mic can pick it up.
I think the mic probably did pick that up.
Okay, I hope so. I was trying to check the audio levels.
How can I make this about me?